What's going on, everyone? It's your host Spook, and we back again with breaking news. Now, a former correction deputy back in court after sex allegations with the inmate. Y'all hear that? Before we get into this episode today, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and hit the bell button to turn on the notification on. Yeah, let's do that. But anyway, would you crash out your career over an inmate? Let's get to the bottom of this.
Corrections deputy was terminated earlier this year after investigators began looking into allegations she had sexual contact with a prisoner. The accused, Akira Jones, was back in court this morning. The judge telling the 20-year-old she must hire an attorney by her next court date. Here's WREG's Dorita Patterson with more from today's.
So you telling me correctional officers, female correctional officers now, can't hold their sexual drive? What? You're that desperate, you're going to go sleep with an inmate? All of these free roaming men out here in these streets, and you're going to go choose an inmate to crash dummy your career? Oh, that's definitely crash dummy style. You crashed all the way out. You fumbled the bag. Yeah, you was running with the bag. You had the bag. You had it locked and secured in your grip. You had the bag. And then you fumbled it for an inmate, dude. Make that make sense. Come on, man. You can't do that. Kanisha?
Is bond arraignment.
Outside the Criminal Justice Center, the drizzling rain hitting the ground created waves. Meanwhile, there was a wave of concern following an alleged felonious act that resulted in a woman being terminated earlier this year from her job as a corrections deputy. In a statement from the Shelby County Sheriff's Department, December 20th of 2023, the department...
Wait a second. Shelby County. Ain't that Tennessee? Somewhere in Tennessee? I know that's somewhere in Tennessee. I know that for a fact. Shelby County. Yeah, it went down in Tennessee. She busted open for an inmate and crashed out. Crash dummy style. Instead of, having a relationship outside of her job. Having a relationship outside of her job. She gonna have the relationship inside of her job. Nah. You can't bring all of these sexual acts and misconducts to your job. That's a sign for termination, ma'am. And they sure did terminate your ass. Now you broke. You about to be incarcerated. And you're going to have a criminal record now. All for an inmate. Was it really worth it? Was that, that stick, was it really worth it? Over your $55,000-$60,000 career.
And was made aware of allegations a corrections deputy was having sex with an inmate. A criminal investigation was launched, leading detectives, they say, to corrections deputy Akira Jones.
I can see why she might have crashed out now. I can see why she might have crashed out now. Ooh, butterfly eyelashes. That's a sign right there. That's a sign.
Here in her employee photo. Unfortunately, after being indicted and charged, she now has a mugshot that brings us to where we are today.
State of Tennessee versus Akira Jones, set for bond arraignment, first setting out of custody.
The 20-year-old who's out on bond was back in court Tuesday, facing Judge Jennifer Fitz.
20-year-old? Y'all had a, what the heck? Y'all had a 20-year-old correctional officer. Y'all hired a 20-year-old correctional officer. Come on now, this was bound to happen. And then y'all throw the 20-year-old with these vicious criminals? Oh, yeah, they was going to turn her upside down. She was ripe for this. Yes. They used Medusa-style military tactics on her mind. And she fell right into the okie dokie. And they busted her all open. And now she going to jail. And like I said, she about to have a criminal case on the record. Busted open for an inmate. Lord have mercy, where we going?
Gerald.
Good morning, Miss Jones. You've been indicted in a one-count indictment for sexual contact with prisoners, Class E felony.
Jones is also facing the possibility she could end up in a detention center, much like the one where she once worked, if she's found guilty. The judge wanting to know if Jones has retained a lawyer.
Do you have an attorney?
The simple answer from Jones, she's still working on hiring one. The court giving a little more than a month to obtain defending counsel. Judge Fitzgerald telling Jones if convicted of the Class C felony, she could spend the next 1 to 6 years in lockup, and she would be...
What? Did they say 1 to 6 years in lockup? Over busting it open? Nah, I ain't never seen this. She didn't rob. She ain't steal. She ain't fraud. She ain't scam. All she did is open her legs and bust it open. And that's 1 to 6 years? Having sex will lead you 1 to 6 years in prison for letting the inmate bust it open. Lord, what realm or reality is we living? 1 to 6 years for having it bust open. Hopefully it was worth it. Hopefully.
Be required to pay a $3,000 fine. The 20-year-old has been ordered back.
What? Not only that, they said not only will you be facing 1 to 6 years up in prison, but also you're going to have to give us 3 bands. $3,000. 3 bricks. $3,000. For you slipping up and messing up and embarrassing the correctional officers like this. You're going to have to pay up that money. We suing in damages. Damn. 1 to 6 years in prison and then 3 bands you got to cuff up? Nah, that wasn't worth it. No one can tell me that.
To court May 6th, along with her attorney, will be there as well. Reporting inside the CJC, Jarita Patterson, WREG, News Channel 3.
Well, now,
All I'm going to say to her is good luck, good riddance, and I salute to you. Goodbye, because that's where you're going. You're going up the road. They shipping you to prison. Yes. You couldn't control your sexual urges and your sexual drive. You had to unleash the beast in you on your job. For what? For a dusty, raggedy ass, no good for nothing, convicted felon. Come on. Come on, Charlika. I know you could have did better than that. I know you could have did better than that. Nah. Hopefully y'all new correction officers take heed to this. Because this is a big message they sending out right now. Keep your pants closed and there shall be no consequence. I love y'all. I thank y'all for tuning in. Deuces and salute.